Hello, this is artist, entrepreneur, and art educator Eric McRay. I'm just leaving my class at the Cary Art Center. I'm teaching a introduction to abstract painting. Had a great group of ladies I was working with. Class went from 9:30 to 12:30, and time just flew by. Matter of fact, I stayed over chatting with my students and giving them tips and instruction for homework and things for next week. And it made me think about this morning when I got up and it's Monday, and I sent a little note saying happy Monday. But to a lot of people, Monday is not a happy day. They're miserable. They dread Mondays. I remember when I used to have a job on Sunday night, I had this like queasiness around 6 p.m. I was like, oh God, I got to go to work tomorrow. I hate my job. And you get into your drudging and drag into the office on Monday. Good morning. Or like you just don't talk to people. Like I hate them. I wish they wouldn't even look at me. And you're trying to get your attitude right and whatnot. And I remember I used to always pray before I went into the office on Monday mornings. And I'm like, Lord, help me have a good week. Help me to act right and don't do something crazy because I'm so miserable. And so I'm saying to you out there who dread your Mondays and your Mondays are not a happy Monday, whose fault is that? So let's ponder that. Mondays are not a happy Monday. So whose fault is it a unhappy Monday? Is it the job's fault, the boss's fault, your fault? I mean, who do you blame in that scenario? And so I had to make my Mondays happy, and that's where I made the choice to change my lifestyle and change where I live and change what I do to make my Mondays happy, to give me an overall happier life. And if you're quite miserable, it's your fault. Let me just make it plain. And when the moment you accept it as your fault, you're empowered. Even if your boss is Satan himself and your coworkers are, hellions, it's still your fault because their behavior is their choice, and you have the choice to endure it or make changes. So if you have the skill sets and the options to make a change, then you should make the change. And you can find all the excuses in the world why you have to stay there. But you know what? Maybe I'm in Department A and they're hell on wheels. But what if I try to find a way to get into Department Z, where everybody's laid back and chill and they got a different attitude and a different team I'm working on. So there you made a choice to change your situation. If you have the attitude, I'm just going to suffer through this, then that's your choice. Don't complain. But if you're going to complain about it, then you need to change it. And if you don't like where you work, then go elsewhere. If you don't like what you're doing and say, well, I could do better if I work for myself, then find ways to work for yourself. Because when you decide to work for yourself, it's great if you said, I'm going to go off and build this multi-million-dollar company. That's wonderful. Much success. But even better, if you're making $50,000 a year, or if you're making $30,000, or you're making $90,000 or $100,000, your first goal is to find a way to replace your income so you can maintain your same lifestyle to a certain extent and be able to pay your bills while doing what you love, not what someone else is telling you to do, and you hate your day-to-day life. So if you're an accountant and you make X number of dollars a year and you say, I can't do this anymore, I'm sick of it, find a way to be an accountant for your working for your build a client base and make the same amount of money, but yet you are now working for yourself. And hopefully you will make more as a self-employed individual. But now you're taking control of your destiny in your life, and you're not living a life of misery where your Sunday evenings are now like the countdown to going to destruction, and Monday is hell. And you're miserable and you're angry and you're taking it out on your spouse and your kids and your partner and anybody in your life, and you're angry with everybody on the road while you're driving to work. I'm talking to somebody out there. You know who you are. I've been that person. I used to work in a cubicle with headphones on a computer all day, and I used to have tears running down my face, and I'd have pictures of my artwork, and I'd let myself get off the path. And I had folks come by my desk and see pictures of my artwork. They said, oh man, who did this? This stuff is great. And I said, oh, those are my excuse me, those are my works. And they said, you did that? I said, yeah. Why are you here? Not enough people say, why are you here? It sinks into that hard head where you say, yeah, why am I here? Why am I doing something that makes me so miserable? Money? Okay, well, get a smaller house. I've always kept a modest home, specifically where I was not so deep in the hole with a mortgage that I was terrified at the thought of getting behind on a mortgage payment, or I had more house than I needed to impress other people. I have to have enough house to live in to meet my need, not to impress my friends, my relatives, and anybody else who doesn't pay my mortgage. Do you need that car that you drive? Why can't you drive a more modest car? I drive a fairly modest car. And I made lots of money at times, and I had a car. I remember I was making huge amounts of money, and my car was worth $1,400. Now, the people who are making less money than me driving nicer cars than me. I took that money that I was paying for car payments and investing into my business and living a certain quality of life and blessing my family and paying off debts. And as well, I was building my business and I was buying high-end art that appreciated. The car now is a junker, been dragged away, and I have art that is quadrupled in value since I invested in that. What was a better investment? A big car payment or buying really high-end art that's grown in value that my children could inherit? So bottom line is, what are you doing with your life? It's your fault if you're not happy. It's your fault if you have a miserable day. It's your fault if you get up on Monday morning, you're miserable and you do nothing about it. It's your fault if you don't make the decisions necessary to make things go forward. It's your fault if you continue to stay in your situation and let the man beat you across the head. And it's your fault if you feel obligated to have a certain house, a certain car, and send your kids to a certain school just so you can impress people that you really don't care about. And your kid probably get just as good an education at the really quality public school nearby. But you got to impress folks by sending your kids to certain schools that I won't name. So bottom line is, you have to make the choices and take control of your life. But right now, you're a little too worried about what other people think and what other people say and how you impress the Joneses, impress your mama and your daddy. You need to live your own life. Because you're the one who's popping pills and popping Xanax and got to drink that martini, not that martini, you're hitting the hard liquor every day when you get home from work. You sit down and you got to have a mixed drink every day when you get home from work to settle your nerves. Instead of you have an exuberance, a joy, a happiness, you're not waking up ready to take on the day, excited. You endure your day, not enjoy your day. It's time to make some changes so your happy Monday can generally be a happy Monday. All right? I've said enough. Hey, have a happy Monday. Enjoy your day and make some changes. Put a list of things together. Set a strategy. Set a timeline to make your life a better life. All righty? Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I guess somebody else out there you can find me. You can go to ericmcray.com and see my artwork and all other stuff that I do, art instruction. I got a plethora of things I do. I feel my life. I'm living the best life I can live, and I'm trying to make it better and better each day. So wish you all the best, and take care of yourselves. Bye.